have only tried to follow your word. When you had given me the sick, I had prayed that they be healed. I fear this man has passed and led his body to a devil. May you have mercy on me, Lord, and may you have mercy on anyone he finds in his path. For he is death, and death is coming.
Yes. This is the first show of Wednesday Warriors, man. I'm glad to be back on the internet. I'm glad to be here. Glad to have close friends here. And by close friends, I mean
Hell yeah,
Samurai
brother.
Snowman. Are you ready to get into some comics, man? Well, first
Dude,
of all,
I'm hyped.
go
Oh, go
ahead.
ahead.
I was gonna say, I know you're hyped, but yeah, man, it feels good to talk about comics. How have you been, though, man? I know I'm already asking questions that I already know the answer of. I was like, yeah, I know you're hyped to talk about comics, but how have you been, man? It's been a while. We took a little break. By
Little
break,
hiatus, man. Yeah, I totally just a lot of work and like classes for work that I had to take, which is gonna give me a significant raise, which is gonna be nice. So I mean, I've been doing good, bro. Things are looking up, life's looking up.
that's
How
awesome.
about you, my man?
Oh man, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait for Samurai to better himself, upgrade in real life, because
Oh,
I know
muchas gracias.
once once you get more money, that means you can buy more comics and we can have more stuff to talk about.
Get have
More
more Wednesday
material.
Warriors, baby.
Yes, because that's where it is. Wednesday Warriors, the comic book Wednesday Warriors. So in the reason for this show is we were doing the Punisher thing, and I'm a huge fan of the Punisher. Samurai was enjoying the Punisher to an extent, but there's so many books out there that we could be reading and enjoying and talking about. And the comic book industry is it's kind of having a little bit of a bounce back depending on who you're talking to. Because when you talk to people online, a lot of them are like, I gave up on it. I gave up on it. I'm done. I'm not going back. But when you talk to people that are actually buying comics right now in the stores, some new stuff, they're a little bit more selective with what's out there, but they're definitely out there and they have their opinion. So I was like, you know what? Let me and Samurai go out there. Let's test some new stuff that we're actually reading and talk about it and see what other people feel about it.
Fucking absolutely. Let's rewind this back just a tad, though. Who inspired you to do the Wednesday Warriors?
Oh, it was Samurai because he was like, we got to read Punisher
Damn straight.
again. So
Well, I
back
wasn't really like that, but I did eventually say that.
yeah, because he's like, hey man, have you been reading this? Have you been reading that? And Samurai doesn't do a good job at hiding excitement. So when he did
Yeah,
that, I was
man.
like, you know what? He sounds excited. If he's excited, there's probably other people that are excited about comic books that are out there. I mean, they might not be buying like they were, like 10 titles or 12, 15 titles, but it's they're out there, man. And it's like, there's some books that I like that I want to talk about. So
Hell yeah, man.
and I wanted to hear what you're reading, and so that's where the inspiration definitely came from Samurai. I mean, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna follow this snowman into into the heat and see
Damn straight.
what arrives of it.
But yeah, and I wanted to add to that, like, thankfully, I mean, I think it's been a slow, like, incline for comic books recently, but there's been a couple of, like, just huge, like, smash hits. And if we just, I hope that with this steady incline upwards and just more smash hits, people will start slowly coming back to. I mean, I don't want Marvel and DC to class, man. They used to make great comics, and they're starting to make great comics again. So it'll be nice to bring new readers in and bring people back into this shit. And Hail Red, what's up, brother?
Yeah. What's going on? And I saw Dane there. Dane in the
What's up,
chat.
Dean?
What's going on, Dane? So speaking of smash hits, let's go and discuss our first comic.
And Hail N2 Paints, the best producer on the planet,
Oh
by the way.
my God! Hold on. What what am I doing? Into
How
Paint,
dare you?
You know what? I switched up.
How dare
the
you?
whole, I, s- I switched up the whole formula. Usually I do the whole into paints.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But I was like, oh wait, yeah, dude, damn it, paints. You know. He said, "What's up, my brothers? Yes, paint is
Hail King.
paint is there. Making it happen. You know what? I want to have a segment where we give these scores, but also Paints gives his score on it, or a comic that Paints would recommend for us to both read.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
And we can see if we match your scores, or like maybe that could be the segment. Be like Paints. It's like Paint has his score. We both read it. We give our score, and the one that is closest to Paint's score wins. That would be
That, and you could promote some of his art too. Just show some of his art pieces every now and again.
Sure. Yeah.
If he wants, or if
Yeah.
you want.
Well, maybe, yeah. No, absolutely, man. Paints gets down, man, and people need to recognize, So
Damn straight, dude. He's a beast.
yeah. So earlier you were talking about smash hits.
Mm-hmm.
And according to the numbers, I guess, and these are the numbers that DC is putting out. The Batman sold 500,000.
Now that could be just to retailers.
Yeah.
But
I know that's
still, if they're expecting that much, I'd say at least half of that sold. Maybe a little less.
Yeah, there was the surprise grab bags and blah 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 blah. And
And it's number one new costume.
Number one new costume. Yeah, so it's new writer, new artist.
New writer. Well, Jorge Jimenez has actually been on Batman for a little while, but it is a new writer for sure.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it's yeah, I like how they went back to the gray and blue.
I love the costume design.
Yeah, so I think they got that right. But yeah, we both read this comic. So with the show, when it says featured comic or featured topic, I should put featured comic. Maybe I'm gonna change that.
Yeah, featured comic for sure.
Yeah. But for this show, I guess the future topic, we both read and gave our thoughts, or will give our thoughts on. But yeah, I was expecting something a little different from a number one Batman, but like we'll do this first half or first third, middle, and then the conclusion of the comic book for each book. So when it started out first, like 7 pages, what was your thinking?
I thought the first 7 pages. I thought it was a decent introduction to Batman. I mean, the art, firstly, by Jorge is fucking fantastic. I mean, that almost is enough alone to start picking up Batman.
Yeah.
Um, but I thought it was a pretty decent introduction to Batman. It already shakes things up a little bit with having Commissioner Gordon. He's a beat cop now, and then later on, it is some decent, pretty nice world building. First 7 pages, a decent introduction to Batman for new
Right.
readers.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of felt the same, man. I liked they started it with action right away, you know, and that threw me for a loop. You see these two beat cops out there, and one of them is Commissioner Gordon, and he's like, no, it's
Hmm.
Officer Gordon, you know,
Yep.
and it's New York, it's hot, it's probably muggy, and you know, they see this you know, Killer Croc jump down. Oh yeah, by the way, this is gonna be filled with spoilers. So if you haven't read it, go read it. This show is intended for after you read it, or you're thinking about reading it, and you don't mind it being spoiled and going out there and buying it. That's what this show is.
I would say
For.
definitely give Batman a shot
Yeah,
for the art alone.
definitely. So, but yeah, the Commissioner Gordon. I was like, okay, we're setting the tone. It's a little bit of a different world. You know, Batman's talking to this therapist. You know, he's doing the little bit of detective things, you know, that he does, and you know, now he's gonna go catch the bad guy. You know, and here we go, and next, the middle of it talks about how they got a new high intensity security kind of thing, a new military private security that the mayor has, and Batman's seen as an enemy, you know, or any vigilante is, I guess, seen as an enemy. So that was a little strange,
Well,
you know.
well, I thought that was actually kind of cool because they're like focused on just hunting down supervillains, and Batman they'll get to him later. It's like it's a kind of a different take. Like usually it's either the cops are like totally hunting Batman down and Gordon's like the only one with him, or they're like the police forces all with him.
Yeah,
Not like we'll kind of get to him later. Or he's not the biggest fish right now.
yeah. Red says a nitpick I have is that the logo makes him look like too much like Nightwing. Yeah, I kind of
Yeah, I
noticed that
can.
too.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
the biggest fan of the logo either. I mean, it's good, but I could see that.
Yeah, I was just, you know, yellow belt, brown. I mean, not brown. Gray and blue. Okay.
Yep, and the trunks,
You
yeah,
know,
it looks sick as fuck. Yeah, and the
intervention.
paints, the colors and the Batmobile are for sure fire. The colors are actually amazing in this book.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely just it's a very pretty book. Uh,
Let me add to the Vandal Savage thing real quick. I think it's like right before, or right after that. There's a segment on the news. They're like doing the Dark Knight Returns like news fucking caster kind of segment thing, and they're going through different stories on the news. And this is
yeah.
a nice little bit of world building to introduce readers to like how kind of crazy Gotham is. Like one guy saying there's gas leaking out of the vents in the sewers, and the other guy saying there's just gangs of ninjas taking over the city.
Uh,
So it
yeah,
was nice. You start to see how like wild Gotham is gonna get.
yeah. There's they're planting seeds of things to come,
Yep,
possibilities. You know, very with newscasts. It was very like Frank Miller, minded me
exactly.
of
I was
that.
saying Dark Knight Returns. Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, and you know, if you're gonna do a Batman book, you know, nice little throwback like that, get it going early. You know.
Yeah, for
So
sure. That's part of why I think it's a pretty decent introduction. The world building I think is actually better than the story.
yeah.
And it's actually a little more, I don't want to say lighthearted. It's really not as gritty as other Batman stories, but
Hmm.
it is a little more like empathetic Batman towards the end.
Yeah, we'll get into that, the ending of it. I also liked how they in the caption they also told you where you are in Gotham, where
Right,
it's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, Old Town or wherever. So it's like it kind of, you know, Robinson Park. It's kind of like it gives you that New York kind of feel where it's like, you know, the different kind of boroughs, different kind of sections, and I feel that adds on to the world building as well. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
100%. Yeah, that is nice
yeah,
to kind of give you a feel of where things are in Gotham.
hmm
And that part was kind of a little contrived. We'll get to that towards the end. I kind of had a little issue with. But yeah, like I said, the world building. I think the story is kind of a little boring, but Fraction does a good job of doing little subtle things to show you like how Batman picked up on where Croc will be.
yeah. And he's Interping says, I like the little infographics about his equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah, it felt like very modern. Had a modern feel for that, you know.
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, so as we go, Batman's chasing Killer Croc, goes across some weirdos in the park. I like how he just runs through them, you
Yeah,
know.
and leaves
Uh
one guy to kick the shit out of, which is why I'm so excited. I hope there's some dope ass action scenes because Jorge Jimenez, just with the
yeah.
three little panels of like a punch and a kick,
Oh yeah.
it shit
Yeah.
looks so clean, looks so nice.
Him jumping out and just putting this dude in a headlock and
He like
you
knocks his
know.
tooth out and then kicks him in the face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Now I see it. Yeah. Scissors are flying. I like how scissors are
Yeah.
flying everywhere. And you know, he rescues these girls. He's just like, hey, get out of here, you know. And he just leaves them. I get what he said. Leaves them by the car. You
Well,
know, just
no,
leave it
actually, the part, yeah, I forgot we're kind of at right at the part I was talking about. Like, he's originally going to hunt down Croc, and
Mm,
he says it's a hunch. And so I later picked up on the hunch was he put like kind of two and two together. He saw Croc was playing with like a little stuffed dinosaur, and then he's
mm,
becoming more childlike. So he's like, where would a child go to see dinosaurs? So that's kind of how I put it together. But he's going to follow that hunch, and then he gets like a police call on the radio that tells him where this attack is going down at. So he does like a U-turn and then goes to stop them. But then
mhm.
he's like in the next few pages or whatever, he's like in walking distance. Right next to that was where Croc is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
So
like, what? That's kind of neat and easy.
yeah, he's
What a coincidence.
following the trail of chaos. You know.
And yeah, I guess that just shows there's just madness everywhere in Gotham. That yeah, Croc could be right next to the Joker shooting someone in the face or something.
Yeah. And you know, comes across that security guard. He, you know, just get out of here. You know. And this is where I think the Batman story kind of surprised me because he gets his fist ready to fight, and then he sees Croc kind of is simple minded, like you were saying, like a child, and
Hmm.
Batman kind of figures it out that he's a child, and it kind of made me think of like what the debate is now, right? Like cops, don't send cops and social workers, right? And I was
Yeah,
that's how I took it as like, okay, he's gonna fight when he needs to fight, but he also has a heart to him, and he can tell the
yeah,
difference if someone is needs an ass whooping or needs a scolding or maybe just someone to talk to, and he
hmm
just talks it out and tells them to go back and with the therapist and it just made Croc like, why did he run away? Like that was you know, but
I have issues with that because it's for an issue one. If you want to introduce like kind of the entirety of Batman in one issue to new readers, he's you're gonna make it look like he's gonna take his mask off to like talk to people to like that's not part of Batman. He's not just going to take his mask off like that, in my opinion. In the first issue, like introducing new readers to Batman, like no, I don't think that's how you should do that.
that's a writer selection. They wanted a human moment.
Yes, that was a
So
choice.
it's but I think that's where Batman did that on purpose. It's you're not talking to Batman, you're talking to Bruce. You're talking to a
Oh, I
person.
get the scene, and I think
Yeah.
it's like all the
Well, for the
qualms I
first
have
one,
with
yeah.
like the story and stuff. It's actually well written.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think that's what Matt was trying to do, Fraction was trying to do. He was saying, Batman, he's a hero. You know, because we've been getting all these dark movies of Batman, right? And now we get to see Batman in more of a human. Like he's a human.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's a little more lighthearted and empathetic side of Batman, a little softer, if you will.
Uh-huh. And then when he gives them the dinosaur, you know, because he's like, who helped you? You know, and so it's okay. My head's okay. You know, Waylon, I don't need help. And he's like, if you say so. And he gives him
Yeah,
the
that
toy,
part was great.
you know, because it's like, when has Batman done a mental check? You know, like when has he taken care of his mental health issues or self care? Like you know, like in the real world, we even talk about burnout, right? Like, can Batman be suffering from burnout? Can he? And if Batman gets burned out, like how many people, innocent people, are gonna get hurt? If that
Oh,
were to
well, I
happen?
mean, burnout, like physical and mental. He was definitely wrecked in Nightfall. And there's some episodes in Batman the Animated Series where I think he's talking to a therapist.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think that's kind of a classic trope on Batman. It's like, dude, are you sure you're okay in the head? Is the monster in control or are you in control?
yeah, the classic Batman question of who's pretending to be who? Is
Exactly.
Batman pretending to be Bruce Wayne, or is Bruce Wayne who's the real one? Who's
Right.
putting on the front to exist?
Yep.
So
And at least playing around with that, I think, is more interesting than just saying no. Bruce Wayne is totally sane and fine, and I like if maybe Batman is something he can't control.
yeah, definitely. All right, on to the next one. Wait, before we do 5, we'll go
Yeah, let me give my
star.
final thoughts on this thing.
5 stars. How many out of 5? What are your final thoughts?
I'm gonna give her a 3. I think it's a decent starting point for Batman. I think it's well written. I have some problems with the story and some character choices. But the art is fucking fantastic. The action is great. It is very slow on action too, I will say.
Yeah,
The one set piece where he takes out the creeps is pretty cool. But then other than that, it's just like world building and the story. So I mean, I mean, I always love a new Batman. I love Jorge Jimenez. So I'm definitely willing to give this series a shot, 100%, and I'll be buying the next like fucking 10 issues if they're good.
definitely. I gotta agree with you, man. I give it a 3 as well. I feel they sacrificed some action for world building. Uh, a lot of it was clever that I enjoyed, but it was nothing like groundbreaking. You know.
Right. Yeah, that's a good exactly.
So definitely interested in it. Still willing to follow on to issue 2. You know, if anything, it could go 3.5, but I'm gonna say 3. I didn't expect Batman to turn into like a social worker, but
Yeah.
yeah, like 3 issues down, we could be like, dude, that was the perfect move, and that's why it made sense. So I'm interested to see
It's
where this goes
good,
from
not
there.
great.
Yeah, definitely interesting. But yeah, it's just I think because Batman, I look at Batman as the vigilante, the dark knight, the cold feelings approach. I want to see that kind of humanity in Superman, not Batman. And
Yeah, not right off the bat, but it did show he was fucking brutal as shit right before that.
yeah, so maybe that was it. It was like, listen, man, Batman is the hero, whatever hero he needs to be. And Payne says 3 is a fair score. All right.
Yeah, it has promise for sure. I like the potential, and the writing was good.
Definitely. All right. So we went from a hero being a hero when he needs to be and kicking ass when he needs to be to our next comic, which is a killer.
Your boy.
Yes. We're back, baby.
Your boy
is back. No social worker with this. Definitely some mental problems.
He would just kill the social worker. He probably thinks the criminals.
Oh, or use the social worker as a body shield.
Yep, some bait.
Punisher, Red Band, Man, just again, first 5 pages, first opening pages, opening sequence. You know, it's just bodies everywhere, blood everywhere. Him telling you about what he's gone through, where he's injured. Police show up. He said, he just does what he does best and just shoots at him. It just, we got the right skull on the chest, white boots.
Yep.
Man, I was impressed with that first couple of pages, man. What did you feel about it?
Well, I would have to read it again. I do remember the boat. He's like, and he has like a slight case of amnesia, which adds a
Right.
nice little interesting twist to it. So, dude, the gore is fucking nasty, bro. I loved how it opened like that because I did not see that coming.
Yeah. The guy's
Um,
half his head's gone and
yeah,
eyeball still there. And yeah, it's
and it
just
sucks because I on first read, dare I say, first read after Batman and first read after this Punisher, I kind of enjoyed Punisher a little more than Batman. But I've read Batman like 3 times since, and I think I've like figured out how much I like it. So it's gonna be tough to judge this Punisher. But the first 5 pages, I thought it was a nice intro. It took you off guard. It was kind of shocking.
yeah. I seen these pages in a preview. So because they were like, look, listen, buy this Punisher because this is what we're doing, And Benjamin Percy, he was one of his Twitter posts was like, man, we want that old school Punisher, that brutal Punisher that like you can't look away. We're not messing with the character. We're not reinventing him. Basically,
I'm
that
just
was
gonna
the
go
best.
harder.
We're gonna give you what you want, and we're gonna put this in the bag so kids can't touch it.
Right.
This is for you older cats. This is you. This is for you. We got the right skull. We got the gore. We got the action. We're back in business, and that's we're open for business. Let's go. Punisher Red Band. So that's that was my take of it of the marketing. So I did see those pages. I was expecting to see those pages. And I was just interested as okay, what happens next? And yeah, man. The big baddie they have is Tombstone in here. What do you think about Tombstone's look?
I think you look cool as shit. I mean, the art too is pretty damn good in this fucking book. I thought Tombstone looked cool. He had some gory ass scenes too, dude.
Yeah.
Cool ass scenes.
Yeah. Definitely, man. One thing I did trip out, and is it's gory, is this, but then and we talked about this prior. Why did they edit the language? Like, what
Oh
are we
yeah, that's
doing?
right.
What are we doing? Why do we edit the language? What is
Yeah,
going
I
on
think
here?
if a kid ever got a hold of this, he's gonna recover better from someone saying "fuck" than seeing someone's head blown apart on like the first fucking page.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, yeah, that was nuts, man. It kind of like,
It makes it a little sillier,
yeah,
but maybe that was a choice too.
yeah, that's just, I don't know, like, I don't know why they would do that. That confused me. I gotta really look into that. Maybe I could tweet them. And like, hey, Percy, you look,
Yeah,
man, is that
get
what
him
you
on the
wrote in the
show.
script?
Defend yourself, Percy.
Yeah, come on, man. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? What'd you think of the art?
Oh, like I said, I'm gonna have to read it again after this. But I thought the art was damn good. I don't really know anything about Julius Ota. I mean, the cover is great too. I don't know. I don't think he did the cover, but it was more than serviceable. Tombstone looked cool as shit, and then fucking Kingpin shows up.
Oh
He
yeah,
looks great.
yeah. I liked the art, man. I really liked it. It kind of reminded me of like a John Romata Jr.
Mm-hmm.
JRJR,
Yep.
like feel to it, but a more modern JRJR. And it just felt like grimy too. Like it
Oh
was
yeah, dude. The gore was nasty.
it was grimy. The coloring, man.
Dude, and there, I gotta say, it is a nice change. No knock on like Mike Barron or Klaus Janson or anything. It is a way like more refreshing take to see like how violent it is, dude, and like
Yeah,
actually all the blood and the impact from the violence. It's like I wasn't really getting that in that original run.
yeah. I mean, but we're talking about 20 years, like
Yeah, true,
it's where it evolved, So it's
dude. But there
man,
was like gory ass horror comics way back then. They could have
yeah,
definitely
that's
done
true.
some crazy shit with Punisher, but that's neither here nor there.
That could be true. Could be true. So actually I know I said I'm gonna spoil stuff, but I'm not gonna spoil this one because I really did enjoy the ending of it.
Oh, I wanted
Um
to talk about it. I'll spoil it. You can
all
close
right,
your
all right,
ears,
all right,
Richard.
all right. Fast forward until you don't see the Punisher
Yeah,
thing anymore until we go on to the next comic. Go ahead, spoil away, sir. I'll let you do it. I'll give you the honor, sir. You
excellent. So yeah, Richard's not spoiling it. All right, guys.
I'll
I
talk
am.
about it though. Do it.
So I thought, dude, I'm like on the fence. I kind of really like this idea, but then it's like, is this kind of like be like lore implications later? It's like, it kind of ends with Kingpin. He's like been mind controlling, dude, and he has some brutal graphic. Now I am remember more. Kingpin has some wild scenes too,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's like mind controlling Frank Castle to go and kill like certain of his targets so he can clean up New York. Because that's another interesting piece. He's not the mayor anymore, it seems.
Yeah.
Because there's a line he says, he's like, I'm gonna clean the city up way more effectively than I ever could have as mayor or something like that.
Yeah, I gotta look into that.
But yeah,
But
he's like
yeah,
mind controlling Frank to help him take over the city again, basically.
because
Or clean it
basically,
up, it sounds like.
yeah. So in full spoiler, Punisher and like he has amnesia, ends up on this boat, ends up on the dock, and this lady with the dog um takes him back to her apartment so he can heal.
Oh yeah, that's
You know,
right.
and then she's like, yeah, Frank's stitching himself up, taking out all the bullets. And then she's like, yeah, that head wound. And she said, but you didn't get shot. And he talked about, what are you talking about? And she's like, oh, you passed out just like you said you would, but he has this, pain in his head. And,
Yep.
she's
Yeah, I
what is
totally forgot about
happening.
that.
And then they show Kingpin, and he's all right, Frank, you rested long enough, and there's an implant uh, planted into Frank that tells him where he is, if he's still alive, and it says activate Punisher. So
But also it's like, but Punisher's already gonna kind of kill all the criminals and stuff, but he's like going after like corrupt politicians and shit now, isn't he? Kingpin?
uh
I forget who his targets were because I don't think they were exactly like criminals. They were like,
yeah, I think that's when he was talking to the priest. He kind of
oh yeah, yeah, the priest made him kill himself. Or he didn't
yeah
make him kill himself. He just ended up shooting his brains out.
yeah I guess he talks about bribes from the Russian state because he kills a councilwoman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's
So
going
they're
after
not all like, I guess, overt criminals that Frank would just go after immediately.
yeah, it's more political stuff, Yeah, so it's definitely a great start. You know,
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Benjamin brought it. The art was there, story was there. Uh, and as far as lore, like I'm one of these guys that's like, oh, you ruined the lore. I'm not one of those guys. I'm well, in my head, he didn't ruin the lore. You know what I mean?
I don't think so. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just kind of continuing the Punisher saga.
And
It
now we're
seems
gonna
like
find out.
Castle just got caught up in some shit. Yeah, and we're gonna find out what happened.
Yeah, when did this take place? And now I mean, but dang, dude, like, because if you're gonna write Punisher, right? like, man, freshen it up. Like, you got to freshen it up, and he did that. I feel he did that. He brought something fresh to to the table, and I like, dang, that implant by Kingpin was
Yeah,
definitely something to freshen
I
it up.
yeah, I really liked how it mixed like the comic booky type elements like that and Tombstone and like a Rogues Gallery, which like I feel Punisher is he's not really that kind of character, but I think that would make him more appealing if he had like a more recognizable Rogues Gallery. So starting off with Tombstone and Kingpin is like that's awesome. That's a cool setup of villains, and I'm
Right,
kind of
right.
excited to see who the next villains are going to be.
Yeah. Like, who else is part of the lore
Hmm.
of this run? So yeah, let's go to what
Wait, 3 out of 5. I give it a 3 out of 5. Might have liked it more than Batman. Hard to say at this point.
you got to give it 3.5 out of 5 then.
No, see, that's why I don't like the 5-star system.
Should we switch it? Should we go to 10?
I don't know. You can now we can keep it at 5, but that's why it's like I can have two books with the same score at like a 3 out of 5, but I
Yeah,
can still
yeah.
like one more. So I'll give it a 3.1.
Yeah. I shoot, I'm going to give it a I'm gonna. I'm a biased guy, bro. So I'm gonna give it a 4, bro. I'm gonna give it a
And
4 because
I
I
got
always
you. And I'm a
picture like,
huge Batman fan, by the way. So I was super excited for this Batman run. So
yeah.
I was being totally fair.
So we Punisher, because I was like, how would you freshen it up? How would you? And I play like, you know, uh,
Shut up,
ar-
Pates.
armchair, freaking writer on the Punisher. Like, what would I do if I had, and
Oh, I've been like that forever with Batman. Like I've got so many Batman stories.
yeah. And so this is like something that I wouldn't do. I would never think of doing, and that's why I liked it. That's why I enjoyed it, and it was fresh. It freshened up, uh, and it gave us the character that we've been wanting. So I'm
Yeah, I'm
excited.
gonna pick. I'm gonna try and find this one, and I'm gonna pick up the next one too.
Yeah, definitely. All right, on to Samurai's pick, the Hulk.
Oh hell yeah!
So I didn't read this, so it's all Samurai on this one.
All right, cool. Well, let me just say, firstly, from issue 1, which I've only got, I think, 25 through 28, or 24 through 28, and I'm missing 26. But from
Okay.
the first issue to it's up to 30 now. So this is the latest issue I got. All the covers it's like the greatest collection of covers I've probably ever seen in comics. It is up there, dude. These covers are fucking insane. The colors and the art are fucking fantastic. But anyway, let me just get into this book. I think I think it's a little confusing overall. And I read a little bit about it, and people are saying they're kind of over of the the Hulk and Bruce Banner hating each other kind of angle, but I kind of like it. So in essence, the story is Hulk has finally gained control over like his body and his mind. So it's like Hulk in control all the time. But now slowly Bruce Banner is starting to take control over Hulk's mind again. And the book starts with Hulk. He's like at the bottom of the ocean sitting on this abandoned ship, and then he like blacks out and then wakes up and sees this writing in the sand that says go help Dr. Voodoo. So he's like, fuck you, Banner, basically all that. And then he jumps away. And then he like blacks out again. Then he's in front of Dr. Voodoo's like school or whatever. And then that's where the story gets kind of confusing. But the action is fucking amazing. I think the story is cool and has hella potential. It brings in all these cosmic horror elements. He like gets transported to hell, like basically at the end of this fucking chapter. And it's like, so I haven't really followed from before, so from 1 to 24 I haven't followed. From 24 to 28 I'm pretty current, and I know the story before this, like the filler arc with that shapeshifter bitch, is kind of lame because I don't really like that part of the story either, but this starts to delve back into the cosmic horror, like the Immortal Hulk shit. So I'm excited to see where it goes. The action and art is fucking incredible. I think the story and writing is good, and once you start to kind of put it together, it starts to get a little more interesting and better. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna follow through with this story, and I'm gonna pick up the first 20 fucking 3 issues.
Yeah, are you
So
gonna go just digital Or are you gonna try to really just grind it out?
Nah, bro. I want them. I want those covers in my fucking hands, dude. Those things are nasty. You can just look up like current Hulk runs or Google it, and then you can see like a list of the current 1 through 30, I think it is, and they're all fucking dope, dude. They're sick as hell. So I'm gonna give this I'll give it a 3.25 out of 5.
Oh, what? 3
Yeah,
because you don't like the 5 system, so you got to
I
go.
don't like the tiny increments, man.
But you went 3.25.
3.25. I say pick it up. It's starting to. I know people are saying it was slow and kind of confusing, but it's back to like the horror shit. The action and art is fantastic. I like the angle that Bruce is starting to slowly take over Hulk's body again. So
Right,
I'm
right.
excited to see where it goes. And he fights like hella villains throughout the whole saga. So it's a nice mix of comic book and horror and all that shit. So
Yeah,
3.25.
I like it. I like it, man. I'm a sucker for the Hulk graphic logo with bricks. I always that just brings every time I see that, it brings me back to my
Yeah,
childhood.
dude.
So,
It's
and then you
amazing.
see this just beautiful art under it, which is just you can stare at it like what's going on. It's definitely amazing, man.
Yeah, it's basically Bruce coming out of Hulk's fucking body. So it's fucking cool as shit. It ties into the story. It's awesome.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that looks great. That looks great. Uh Payne says so 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was talking about before. or yeah. So let's see here. All right. Next was my pick, and I went with Fantastic Four #1, which Samurai didn't read this one, so we got comic books that we read together. We try to recommend to each other and to the audience. So this was my pick to see if I would recommend this. It was a great first issue. Basically, it starts off with them going right into fighting Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom sends them
Oh,
through Doctor Doom. Yeah, they just started off fighting Doctor Doom in the
hell yeah.
yeah. So I love Doom, man. He's I just love his costume, man. Doom's awesome, you know. So Doom sends him through 4 different periods of time. Uh, he sent Johnny in basically like when way back in the day when it's just like the volcanoes and everything is forming. Thing went back to when there was dinosaurs. Mr. Fantastic, he went back to like the medieval times, and Sue Richards ends up way in the future where there's no more water. It's just an unbearable planet. And Richards had this thing called like the memory, like a certain stone, right? That they would all write on and say what year they are in case this ever happened. And so which was weird because it's like, okay, so there's a stone to write on, but how would they know where this stone is in any period of time? They would have to find it. But I guess in issue 2 they talk about, I guess there was a tracker. So I thought that's a hell of a way to start the comic book run, where they're all trapped in time, and then Sue kind of like she's running out of basically breath and stuff, trying to survive, and she has to save them all. And so that's how they ended that one. So that definitely did get me interested
It
in
does sound
issue
like an
2.
interesting setup.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
about the stone thing. I guess that's
yeah,
kind of an interesting solution.
yeah, it was cool, but there was just whatever holes or whatever in the story they kind of filled into issue 2. And with issue 2, it was
That's a dope cover.
of course they find a way to get out. Then they come back and they beat up Doctor Doom. I mean, that's what they're gonna do, man. And so Sue figures it out. Reed is actually more smarter than he figured out a different solution because in the first issue that they were out of hope, and then Reed's like, wait a minute, it's been so long and she hasn't figured this out, you know? So there's something must be wrong. So he figures out what's wrong, makes some adjustments, and is able to go back and fight Doom again. And then Doom at the end just you know sends him back in time again with a different history, you know, where they're not even basically the Fantastic Four. They are that, but they're not of the same uh like a alternate universe basically. So it's that's where issue 2 ends. So for the first one, issue 1, I'm gonna give it a I did like the start of it, so I'm gonna give it a 3. uh Issue 2, yeah, man, I'm gonna give it a 2, man. You know, uh, I I'll probably just give this issue or this series one more go uh, to work their way out. But I didn't really, I didn't think it was that entertaining, man. It's just maybe it just wasn't for me, you know. So maybe that I don't know. It's like, do I recommend the bad one to you now and say, hey man, read it? Am I wrong, or do I recommend the good one? You know. So, but yeah, I first issue was a 3. I thought it was a good start. This issue just was a 2. I don't feel it just was for me. And but
How's the art? The covers are
art's
cool.
fun. Art is real fun. I did like the art. Story was kind of like okay, a little bit all over the place. But it was trying to do a lot. To Ryan North's credit, he was trying to fill this comic book, the story with stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not from lack of trying.
Hmm.
I mean, like the dude was trying to put a lot on his shoulders and try to deliver. And it just I think maybe to some people it might have been more enjoyable but for my particular taste, I didn't really enjoy it that much. It's nothing, but that's just more of a subjective opinion, with at least with this one. So
For sure.
yeah, but that's what we're gonna do with these shows. Not every show. This is not, there's gonna be some that we love, and there's gonna be some that we, it just wasn't for me.
Yeah,
So
mostly just going blind with the comic choices, or if I've heard like a thing or two about them, I'm like, all right, I'll check it out, and then if it sucks, I'll bring it up. If
right,
it's
right.
good, I'll bring it up.
So that's where we're going on to our final comic of the evening. It is Samurai's Pick Space Ghost #2.
All right, so I actually really enjoyed this one. I thought this was the first issue, but I can't read, I guess, and it was the second issue. So I'm a little lost of what Space Ghost's powers are. Actually, is one of my little tiny gripes. It looks like he can fly and has like super strength and can like emit force fields. But I thought, dude, this was it, and it's not like a super great issue. It's just everything was just very like solid and well done. Like the art is nothing like super crazy, but it's just damn good. Everything looks good. The story was just smooth and filled with like little fun twists, and it was just a damn fun, good story. It was a throwback to, I guess, an older Fantastic Four and like team stories, and it is like the Bat family in space. Like you got Batman and your two Robins, and it's an action packed story. I think the designs are great. um like, so Space Ghost, he hooked up with this chick a long time ago, and they used to fight crime, and she ended up being a thief, and she was selling to this fence who would trade the stolen goods, and that's how so he's like a space detective Batman, and it's gritty, but it's also lighthearted and fun. And then there's just a nice fun twist in the story, so highly recommend it. I mean, I'm gonna pick up the first issue, and I'm not sure how many issues this is. I'm not familiar with the writer or the artist either, but I mean, this cover's fucking fantastic, art solid, story solid, and it looks like it's just gonna be filled with fun shit. So
Nice, nice, nice. What I'm sorry. Did you give a number? I'm
I
tripping.
haven't gave her a number yet, so I'll probably she can chill at a 3 out of 5 on this one.
3 out of 5. 3 out of 5.
Yep.
All right, man. That sounds great, man. Sounds great. So yeah, that's pretty much all we have for this week. Next week we'll have some more comics to discuss, review, what have you. And man, what are we gonna read together?
I thought we were talking about Captain America.
Right, that's what it was. So Captain America, 1 through 3, we'll have for you, because that's been a fun comic. It's been a fun comic. I don't want to say anything good for spoilers, whether we like it or not. But yeah, I should say that's been an interesting comic. We'll just say interesting. We'll use the word interesting.
I haven't had a chance to delve into it yet, but I do have issues 1 and 3.
Yeah, so we'll get into that 1 and 3. And man, I want to see what else do they, because I have some comics coming in the mail. I have the Twilight Zone and some other stuff coming in the mail. I think you know what? Another comic we should read is the Batman Deadpool crossover. See if we like that.
Ooh, okay, yeah, because I'm having a feeling I'm not really gonna like that. So yeah.
Right. And my next thing is Twilight Zone. I'm gonna read the Twilight Zone.
I was actually trying to look up some obscure shit last night, and I'm gonna start getting in because Valiant just did a relaunch, and I'm gonna start getting into some of their new titles like Shadow Man and Exo Man War.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, can't wait to discuss it with my friend here, Samurai Snowman.
Hell yeah!
And of course, the best moderator in the game.
Damn straight.
And we're out of here, man. Thank you for watching.
Forgive me, Lord. I have only tried to follow your word. When you had given me the sick, I had prayed that they be healed. I fear this man has passed and led his body to a devil. May you have mercy on me, Lord, and may you have mercy on anyone he finds in his path. For he is death, and death is coming.